So, when we last left off, both you guys were found yourselves inside of a castle. There was a bunch of screaming behind you in dark space. You should have been inside tunnels, but instead you were outside. Well, until you went into the castle. Nora, uh, reconnected with you, having not been there before when you actually went into that space. But you guys are getting used to that. That people just suddenly vanish and then reappear at random and have no memory of going anywhere else. Uh, you found yourself walking into a throne room, where there was a figure on a throne that was another one of those spiny creatures, much like the apparent curator had turned into in the museum. This one apparently was the king of this place, and next to him were some creatures that you hadn't seen yet. These tall humanoid creatures without really any definition, kind of like the other, like the weird white ones that clung to the ceiling. These ones were kind of like red and black, but they had uh, both of their arms ended in spikes, or possibly swords melded in with flesh rather than hands. They too don't appear to have eyes, but got this feeling that maybe they can see you. It's hard to tell. It's just that the way they were chasing you later on indicates that perhaps they have better sensory perception than those other creatures. Uh, the reason why you ended up being chased down by those things, and thankfully you managed to evade them, was because you kept angering the king. He got really mad at you guys and sent his guards after you, which was those things. You managed to run, eventually making it all the way to what appeared to be the temple with a dragon sitting on top of it. And when you decided that once you were hiding inside the temple to start heading up the stairs to see if you could get, like, a belfry or a bell or something on a higher floor of the temple, you suddenly found yourself inside of a mall instead. Not just any mall, but the single mall that Pine Valley has. The stairs that were in the middle of the food court. Uh, you headed down through the mall, on the first floor, discovered various shuttered doors, and discovered that the front door to the mall was barricaded. Deciding to try your luck, you ducked into the nearby bookstore and found keys to open up the back into the service corridors. Winding your way up to the service corridors, or rather to the north, uh, you discovered the security office. And inside the security office was a small red-headed boy that some of you have seen in your dreams. The boy decided that it was probably in his best interest to go with you rather than stay hidden inside the security office. Uh, Knowing a bit about the layout of the mall, you decide that your best course of action is to see if there are loading docks over by the biggest of the anchor store, the big anchor store that's over to the eastern side of the mall, which is the direction you're staring at right now. At that door, you're at Olympus. Sorry.
I remember now. And what was the little boy's name? Did we get that?
Aki.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dang it, you broke up. We say that one more time. Key. Kai. Oh, it's me. It says I'm connected.
I can hear you.
Oh, wait,
I can hear you too.
going in and out. Back. I'm back.
Welcome back.
geez, I think this is the way out. Akai, do you know the way out of here? Like a maze
Um.
back here.
Well, I thought we were going to look at this at the big store. Um. I
Yeah,
I
I think it's
the
this
front
way.
there was the front of the mall, but you said it was barricaded.
Yeah, we're looking for the back way in, I think, right? So, because we couldn't get in the front way, or no?
You believed it was barricaded, and you weren't sure why it was barricaded, so you decided to leave the barricade alone.
Oh yeah, we gotta find a place where you let the how to get the cars in the mall.
Yeah, look, this looks interesting. What is this like a back service store
Yeah,
or hall?
same as this one back here that you came in through before. It's another back service hall.
All right. Hey, everybody, let's go this way.
Okay.
You can see ahead of you
So,
stretched or other doors to various stores here and there.
I mean, does it say anything?
Uh,
J.C.
n-
Penney or whoop? I didn't mean to open that.
No,
Whoop,
that was
sorry.
me. I was trying to fix something. There you go.
Well,
Well,
does it
there
say
were
what the stores are? Or?
no, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, they wouldn't be like exactly JC Penney, but they'd be the equivalent thereof. Uh, you don't remember there being stores quite like there's like some smaller clothing stores, nothing the size of the equivalent of a JC Penney's in this mall,
I,
but they're like some smaller equivalency stores. Like the equivalent of Hot Topic is somewhere in here. The equivalent of the Gap, that sort of stuff.
got it. I just thought of something. Maybe we should be careful about opening these doors, right? You don't want to just go around popping your head through doors.
Oh, you think that's how he ended up with the kid?
The kid just kind of blinks over at him and goes, "Oh, what?"
Well, don't worry, we'll get out of here. I say we pass up that one, but this one looks like something big here, something like a bigger. Let's see, how far does this hallway go? Oh, let's see what. Maybe we just go to the end of the hallway. That might be better. As long as nothing's down there. I don't know what the.
All right. Give me a perception check, both of you.
My tail's twitching. Ralph. Perception. Oh no, wait. That is actually spot hidden.
Oh, right. Perception is D&D terms in my head. This is called Cthulhu. Sorry, guys. Yes, spot hidden is what I meant to say.
We ain't found shit.
And I believe that's also because there's also a listen check.
Oh
Yes.
well. Um,
So
should
yes,
we do that one too?
yes. Please give me a listen check. All right. So while neither of you see anything in the darkness, even the night-eyed kobold, both of you hear some scratching and chittering noises from down the hall.
Like in front of us, I assume.
Yes, it's a bit echoey down the corridor, but you're pretty sure somewhere, probably a couple stores down, is a creature of some kind. Something small, but it's kind of sounds it's making. You pretty sure you've heard this before?
Oh, so it's not a kitty cat.
No.
Mhm. This door looks pretty attractive. What do you say, Ralph?
Yeah, the one in front of us.
Yeah, like like right now, real soon. Go through that door.
Yeah, it's begging us to come in.
Can we open it?
It is locked. Would you like to try to pick the lock?
Uh, let's see. That's a skill I have actually. Um, lock. No, that's locksmith, right?
Yeah, but we'll go with that. Does it make sense that a locksmith could pick a lock?
Arg. X19. Things are tough. Didn't we find keys at the in the security station?
No, not in the security station. You found a key back in the bookstore.
Oh,
But
right.
that
That
seemed to go
doesn't
to
sound
the back of the for the bookstore's door to the back hallway.
yeah. How sturdy is this door? Do you think this is something we'd be able to kick in, or should think we gotta retreat?
Give me a let's see. It wouldn't be investigation now, would it? Or is it? Oh, hold on. Is investigation a skill on this one? Because normally that'd just be an investigation check, but not here. This is something else. So, intelligence check would probably be the right thing to say.
Okay. No, it's
Yeah,
a door.
you look over the door, and as far as you can tell, it's solid, and it's unlikely that you can get it open by brute force. Especially not your brute force. Let's see. Arthur, Ralph. You studied. You look and study the door for a moment, and well, let's see. What is your strength rating, actually? Ralph.
65.
All right, yeah, that's your yeah, strength up there. It's like, mm, it's something that maybe if you kept at it for a minute, like kicking at it, uh, give it a couple of good whacks, you might be able to get it open. It is not like it's a overly secure fire door or safety door or anything like that. It is a door that would basically keep the average person from, like, running their shoulder into it and bashing it open, sort of door. Whereas like a couple of determined kicks might be able to do it. There's also a chance, since I don't think you're proficient at that sort of thing. Let me double check your.
Already not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Since you're not overly proficient at that sort of thing, you're not like the sort of person that normally kicks open doors. There's also a chance that if you did attempt to kick open this door, that you might injure yourself in the process. So you can try, and you might succeed. But there's also a chance you could be injured.
And not to mention, the sound could alert monsters. So what should we do?
Doesn't sound that big. Maybe we should try to shoot the thing.
Why me? You got a gun too.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we shouldn't retreat.
But what if we don't and the monster's big?
Yeah, that's a that is a good point. Is there can I try to pick the lock again, or once you fail, that's it?
Give me a luck roll.
I will do that.
All right. Because your luck roll was good, I will allow you to try again now that you've dispensed with some other options.
Okay. Maybe.
Ah. Okay. So, like as you sit there discussing whether or not you try to kick open the door, whether you should just kill the monster or run away, whatever it is down the corridor. Uh, Basically, Olympus, you crack your knuckles, do whatever you feel is necessary to summon some luck into yourself. Maybe you close your eyes a moment and pray. Maybe you just kind of shake your head, loosen your tendons. You take up your lock picks and go to work on that door once again. It might have eluded you before, but now you think you know what it is, and a moment later you hear click, and you can feel the door swinging open at your grasp. I will unlock this. All right.
Backwards threads.
Yeah.
All right,
You
let's
glance
go.
into
Hurry.
you glance into the storage room and quickly assess that you are in the clothing store, the one that would be the equivalent of the Gap, uh, that is at the north side of the mall.
Ooh,
In the storage room, there's like boxes. There's a couple of things hanging up on like hangers and stuff like that. You can see a curtain that basically separates this back room here from the rest of the store. Basically, this is just the storage area of the mall. Sorry, of the store of this particular mall. Uh, what you can see in front of you uh, is that there are the hangers here happen to be made out of wood. There are various boxes, some of which are sealed up, others of which are like hanging half open. There is oddly enough, a discarded shoe sitting almost underneath the curtain that separates the storage area that you're currently in from the rest of the store. Uh, you cannot see the rest of the store from here because the curtain is closed.
men's or women's shoe?
Uh, all you can tell for certain is that it's somebody of average human size, not a kobold shoe, and gender
Right.
is much more difficult to ascertain.
I mean,
Not
so
a
it's not like a high heeled shoe
No, and
or
even
a
then, that would just be difficult to ascertain. It's not like they.
I, I guess so, right?
I mean, hell, high heels were originally a men's thing, but what was it, Louis the 14th, Louis the 16th, something like that, made them popular, and then eventually they
I
became
mean,
a women's thing, and men rarely wear them now.
but I guess I do have a little bit of lifts on my boots, so I understand. Okay.
And I'm the opposite. I have such terrible ankles, I cannot wear anything with a heel.
Well, when you're only 3 foot tall, every inch counts.
Oh, I was talking real world.
Like we're alone in here, Ralph. I think.
Yeah.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Listen at the door. You just came through.
Roll me a listen check, please.
Is this the dimensions of the room, or is this just as
Silence.
far as we can see?
Uh, this is basically the approximation of the store size. Like, I mean, basically, I didn't, I framed out like the stores, but I didn't frame out the individual compartments of the stores to leave it free of the mind. So you're not seeing a separation. You're not seeing on the map a separation between the back storage area of the particular store and the store itself. You're just seeing the approximate um size of the store.
Oh, okay. So this door here would
Y-
let out into the main part of in like the mall, the
Yeah,
hall of the mall.
and it looks like I didn't tighten up
Okay, okay.
the lighting map here because I can see light spilling out into the main part of the mall. Hold on. There we go. Sorry, I thought I'd gotten all of those. Oh, you indicated that you had the door closed, and that's currently open. Oh, oh, it is closed. Sorry, I thought that there was light back there for some reason.
Yes, we should our way. Start sneaking towards the front door.
All right, then if you're sneaking, give me a sneak check or stealth check rather.
Oh, come on, let's go on here. Trying. There it is.
All right, so you get out from behind the curtain. You look around, and what you see is a lot of clothing racks covered in clothes. Carefully make your way past the clothing marks. Well, at least you do, Olympus. Both Aki and Ralph, on the other hand, find themselves tripping occasionally over some discarded hangers that are on the ground, occasionally falling up against the racks, causing them to rattle. Basically, neither of them are very stealthy.
Nothing seems to jump out at us. So I'll peek out. Is there a window that I can look out the door into the main part of the mall? Glass
Oh,
door
that's
or
a
anything
good
like
that's
that?
a good question. When I was studying this up, I completely forgot about the fact that stores tend to have windows. So yes, technically, I don't have the window set up on the layer, because that I completely forgot. You know, that fact. It's been a while since I've been in a mall. Um, but you look through the windows past the door that you're standing in front of, and you could see into the darkened food court that you first started in. You could see the stairs that you were on, all that good stuff.
I think it's going to do us any good staying here. A new coat might be nice, but oh, gives me an idea. We're near the front door. I want to find my way to a cash register.
Okay. Woof. Um, unless that's somebody coughing. Sounds like barking, but it could be coughing for all I know.
Yeah, it's my dog barking.
Ah, good.
Sorry about
Look at
that.
there. No, that's okay. For a second there, I thought I was insulting somebody by responding to a dog when it was really somebody coughing. I'm like, now that I think of it, that could be a dog bark. That could also be a cough. um, it's an automatic response with me. uh, okay, so you were going to the cash register. Come at behind the desks. Other things look disheveled back here. The cash registers are a little bit over your head. You being only about 3 feet tall.
Well, I can shoot. I can still reach up and open the cash drawer to ting.
Yes.
And is there money in it?
Yes. And in this particular day and age, the way that set, there would still be physical money. Yes.
Okay. Well, they definitely left in a hurry then, because they wouldn't leave the cash register full of money. Pocket that, by the way.
All right. You now have
Sounds
money
like
from the cash register.
huh. Not the change, just the paper.
Understood.
Rich.
Yeah. Now even more motivated to get to that bar. I'm assuming we can unlock the door from the inside.
This particular door is not locked.
Barricaded.
Nope.
We should walk through this door.
Yep.
If we don't have much of a choice. Let's
Yeah.
see. Hopefully it doesn't take us to some palace somewhere. There we go. I made it through.
Or to another mall.
All right. You come out, and once again, you are in the mall. Well, the food court close to, you see all the big wide places, you see all the tables, because the food court is all centrally located.
Ah, okay. Are we on the ground floor? Like this is the
Yes, you're on the ground
ground
floor.
floor. Okay.
Now give me an intelligence check.
Nice.
Very nice. As the two of you
Got this.
step back through the store, out with the kid, it suddenly occurs to you that one of the reasons why you went into the back the back corridors in the first place, away from that bookstore, was because something humanoid had opened the door to the bookstore and was coming in.
Right, and that was this, right?
That was what?
Down here. The bookstore was down here,
Ah,
like on the south.
yeah. Yeah, it was down that way.
Oh, let's maybe we should go this way.
Yeah, you know that going in that direction, over here would eventually lead you to the anchor store.
Yeah. Uh, Kai, do you know your way around this mall?
He shakes his head. Not exactly. I mean, I was never here before this, and the only thing I was out for is I kind of snuck around and managed to get into. He kind of gestures at the nearest food court area. Managed to get into there and grab some of the food and hustled it back into the security office. I really don't know much of anything else in this mall.
We're gonna get you out of here. And if we see a Rocky Mountain Chocolate Company, we're stopping.
Is that a place that makes fudge?
Oh yeah, really good fudge, and let's see, they're famous for their uh can what are those called? Candied apples. You know, apples that are dipped in
Yeah, I know what those are.
all kinds. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, no, it's ever get a chance, pretty good stuff. I say we head this way. What do you think, Ralph?
Yeah. If we go the other way, it's pretty much like we're going in circles.
Yeah, and we don't want to meet whatever it is we ran away from in the first place.
What did you run away from?
We don't
Uh,
know. We don't want to find out.
He thinks about
Good,
that
yeah,
for a moment and
exactly.
then just starts nodding emphatically. It's like, good point.
Are any of these stores the ones that we're looking for down here?
You know that this door over here is an employees only entrance, and this entire section of wall is dedicated to the single anchor store, the one that you're looking for.
Ah, okay.
So the main entrance you can see is this door down here.
All right. I think that's where we should go.
Now, while this is primarily you can call it a department store, it primarily caters to hunting, fishing, camping, that sort of stuff. Because this is a very outdoorsy area.
Okay. Excellent. Well, that's got to have some kind of big loading, unloading dock area in the back. Is it locked?
The door is not locked.
Ready for this, Ralph?
Where'd you go?
Keep going. To the south a little bit more, around the corner.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we're over here. It's not locked. I'm just gonna open the door and look in.
All right. So, in addition to looking in through the door and looking in through the windows, which I unfortunately didn't place on there, you can see several rows of checkout lanes. You can see beyond them that there's a lot of like different little sections. One of the displays that catches your eye that's nearly out in front is one that appears to be of a tent. You can see other racks, like in one direction, you can see what appears to be racks of, like, vests and weather striped pants, various mannequins of various sizes, indicating adult, children, and people of different sizes, like, including the sort that would cater towards species like yours would have tails of various heights. So, like, they've got very, they don't have all one size mannequin fits all sort of approach. They have like several different body types of several different sizes spread around with various things on display.
Just looking in, do I notice anything moving or creepy
Give
or
me a
any
spot
reason
hidden
why
check.
should not?
Give me a spot
Is there
hidden
a
check.
reason to not go in that? Okay, fine.
Nope, it's all still and quiet as far as you can see.
Okay. Well, let's not let this door close between us. Once we open it, let's all three go through. Because I don't know if we're still dealing with that weirdness. Anybody in here? Oh,
Nothing. No response.
heck out of here.
Actually,
Get to the
like I
back,
said,
get out.
whoops. Like I said, these stores are basically just me putting in set dress, theater of the mind.
Right.
So you don't actually see the doors from here, and probably wouldn't exactly
Okay.
know where they are. Instead, what you would see, since it's a department store, would be the escalators going up and down in this position past the
Oh, wow.
things. So there's basically a lot of junk in between where the doors are and where you're currently at. Sorry, and the only reason you can see the doors is because your night vision and distance. But technically,
Got it. Got
you
it.
couldn't see too far because there are lots and lots of mannequins, displays, all sorts of stuff in the way.
Sure.
So there's a lots of obstructions here. So mostly this is going to play out as theater of the mind, and we're just basically using this as here in the mall you are sort of stuff versus what you're actually looking at.
House. I know the back doors. I know there's got to be back doors, so let's try to work our way to the back.
All right. Let's see. So how we're going to do this? We're going to both of you roll me luck checks and intelligence checks. All right. So Ralph, I take it you've been here before. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you came here before your trip out into the woods prior to all of this happening. Maybe, possibly to get some sort of supply, maybe a canteen, maybe the flashlight you're holding was bought here, that sort of thing. So, because of that, you sort of remember where you think the storage area might be, uh, and start leading the group in that direction.
I think it's over here somewhere.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move the tokens on this group for each challenge mark. Because we're basically going to make several rolls to see if anything obstructs you, if anything happens between now and then, or if you get lost. So, where'd your token go? There it is. So I'm just going to move.
Underneath.
Yeah, I'm just going to move the three of you uh, as things go.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to repeat this again. We already established that Ralph sort of pretty much knows his way around here. He just remembers where things are, so he knows the general direction. But Olympus does not, based on that roll. I'm going to have you roll luck again. All right. Uh, so Ralph is having pretty good time finding the right paths to navigate. Olympus is not so much. Like Olympus is even though Olympus has the better eyesight here, being able to see in the dark. Uh, he is just having the worst luck today.
Lost in the kayaks.
Yep. He bumps into a kayak and and all of that. And so and Ralph has to go back and retrieve him.
I always did hate camping. Where the heck am I?
Hold on. I hate it when the dice suddenly bounce out of the tray and fall. All right, all good there. Time for another set of luck rolls.
Oh, it's another chance for success. Uh-huh.
All right.
And if I remember from last time, it has been long enough that the emergency power things, like the little exit signs that have
Yeah,
the little battery
yeah.
backups, those are all dead. Right?
They're all dead. All right. Okay. Dice roll is good. Another roll. Another luck roll from you two. Let's see what happens.
All right. Something tells me we're getting close to that back door.
Yeah. You wind your way through the displays, through through the various discarded items, a few displays you found knocked over, more hangers on the scattered across the floor, tents scattered on the tents wrapped up in boxes or in bags and whatnot scattered across the floor. But you managed to maneuver around them, and eventually you found yourself looking at the doors to the storage area. You head into the storage area, and it's for some reason, even though this entire place is dark, it feels even darker and even more foreboding. But you know that through the storage area, there's going to be loading doors. What do you wish to do?
We have no. I mean, we got to get to those. We got to get to those doors.
Doors aren't blocked.
How about
No, they're not. Ralph, you shine your flashlight around past the various pallets of goods, things stored on racks, uh, and and your flashlight illuminates the the loading doors that you see. Doors that are big enough to transport stuff in and out directly in front of you.
Oh, so this is how they get the cars in the mall.
I didn't think about that. Ooh, those are pretty nice. I know.
You,
No time. No time to backtrack now.
you ever play Left 4 Dead 2?
No.
No, I played
Mm.
the first.
The second one, the first episode, is set in a mall, and that's how you escape. Everyone gets the car going, and they just drive right out of the mall. It's hilarious.
Well, if you think here's our choice, right, Ralph? We either just go for it, or you and the kids stay here, and I will sneak up there, sneak my way through there, and make sure it's okay. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
Want to stay here for a second with the kid, eh, and let me just take a quick peek to make sure the coast is clear, and then I'll say, yeah, hey, come on, and we'll get out of here.
I guess I can handle babysitting for a little bit.
Uh, give me a listen check, both of you. All right. So because you're listening very carefully, and as you're heading to the door to listen to that door, you hear the soft sound of uh, something basically hitting lightly the top of one of those storage racks nearby, and what sounds like a very soft hissing noise. Olympus, you're not familiar with this sound, and Ralph, you do not hear it.
Come over there, and I'll point to where I heard it.
All right, it's up, and as Ralph, would you flash your flashlight in that direction?
Yeah.
All right, you instantly flash your flashlight and probably see one of the things you do not want to see. One of those white humanoid things is now launching itself down from the racks towards the three of you.
So let's see
Okay.
here.
All right, let's see. Initiative, first initiative, turn up. There we go.
What's the kid's name? Aiden. No,
Aki. Uh,
Amy. Aki.
yeah.
Aki, hide!
Oh, right. I keep forgetting it's under combat.
It's already set, isn't it? Is this the one that already has our initiative number, right? We don't roll, or do we roll?
Oh, whoops. Yeah, but you still have to click on your token and add it to the list. It's under combat.
Oh,
There's more than one.
No, the other one was Aki. I just accidentally
oh,
hit it
why am I
twice
not
because I
seeing?
had his token selected, and so it rolled for it rolled on him instead.
Why am I not seeing the initiative? Where it's under
Combat.
combat, but where?
It's the one that says dexterity. There's a little note
Okay.
underneath of it says
Oh,
turn order.
oh, okay, I see. Okay, but let me click on. Oops. Oh, what's going on here? Darn it. Okay, sorry. Trying to figure it out here.
That's okay.
And
There you
there we
go. And you react first, but before you can do that, you have to give me a sanity check because you, Olympus, have never seen one of these before. Oh, wrong way.
Oh, right. Coming up. Oh, Santa is. Oh.
Oh. All right. Okay, give me an intelligence check.
What do we got?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Wait, no, that doesn't sound good.
Remember, after a sanity check, an intelligence check is something you want to fail. You do not want to get an
Oh,
intelligence check, especially not a good intelligence check. Oh no.
not a hard success.
Not a
Oh.
hard success on an intelligence check after sanity loss. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Okay, first we're going
Okay.
first what we're gonna do is you're gonna roll me a 1d4.
Okay.
You lose 4 points of sanity.
Oh, boy. Okay.
And then you are going to give me a 1d10. Unfortunately, seeing this thing for the first time and recognizing its significance, it causes you to pass out. Roll me a 1d10.
Oh, another 1d10.
Yep.
Okay.
You are now unconscious for 5 rounds.
Oh, no. All right. I curl up and suck my thumb and
No,
call
no,
for my mommy.
no. You're unconscious. You just keeled over.
Oh, I faint. Oh,
Yes,
okay. I see.
faint.
Yeah, I got it.
Not curled up in a ball. No. This was enough to short circuit your brain and just drop you to the floor. So you are unconscious for 5 turns.
Okay. Oh, boy. All right.
In fact, I think I'll put a little tracker on there for you. There we go.
Oh, that's cool. Will it automatically count down?
No, but
Okay.
it's something that prompts. Okay, so I don't think Aki has seen this either, so I need to roll a sanity check for him. He also loses that, but thankfully for him, he lost that other one. So what sanity does he lose? He also loses 4. I did not mean to roll that again. I was had to go to edit mode and I forgot. Okay. So yeah, he does what you suggests and goes running off between some of the racks. Okay. Now, what one is this going to target? There's the one that's making all the noise that just falls to the ground, and there's the one that did not. They're the closest. And of course, there's also the one that ran away. But all right, so it is basically swiping its its hands into the air, a clawing slash, which would probably have been over his head to begin with, and is going after you. So going after you, Ralph. So let's see here. Fighting. There you go. Ooh. And it looks like it caught you on the side of the neck.
How many hit points?
6.
Ooh.
That's why I said it looks like it caught you on the side of the neck. It basically went wham with its claws, catching you right through the side of the neck and trying to claw your neck open. I don't know how many hit points you have to begin with.
That's like half.
Yeah, so it did a lot of traumatic damage. If that's a half your hit points, I think there's special rules on that. 1 second. Oh, this isn't good.
What?
No. One character passed out,
You
therefore,
don't want to hear that.
and the other one, I think there's special rules. Special rules for that. Hold on. There's a chapter on that sort of thing, I think. Damage. Where are you, damage? Ah, here it is. Wounds and healing. Oh, it's right by that. Okay, if the damage is from a single attack is less than half of the character's equal or more than half that's major wound. So basically, on your sheet there should be a listing of wounds, I believe. Yeah, conditions. There's one called major wound. So that is a major wound that you just received. Major wound and yeah, major wound.
6 next to it.
Yeah, that's how much damage you just took. Okay, so good. You don't even need to calculate that. It actually automatically calculates for you what the major wound would be based on your health. Okay, good. So a major wound results when an attack delivers an amount of damage equal to or greater than half the character's maximum hit points in a single attack, which is what just happened. A character that has received a major wound may die if their current hit points are reduced to 0. When a major character takes a major wound, tick the major wound box. The character immediately falls prone. Make a successful con roll to avoid the character falling unconscious. If the current hit points fall to 0 while the major wound box is ticked, the character is dying. Okay, that's why I said this sounds like a problem. This sounds like it's going to be a problem. So you're now prone, and you have to roll a con save to see if you pass out or not.
Okay, so I just click major wound.
Yeah, so tick for major wound, and then roll a Constitution. Your Constitution to see if well, let's see if this is a short session. Okay, good. You're not you haven't passed out. You haven't joined your companion on the floor. You're on your knees, driven there by the massive damage, possibly one hand on your neck to staunch the bleeding, but you're still conscious. You could still fight back, which is good because your companion is on the ground and your other companion's missing. Which takes us to your turn, Ralph.
But that was just my turn.
Nope, that was the Kringstop's turn. Now it's your turn.
Oh. Okay, so I guess pretty much the only thing I really can do is shoot it. So I'll just click the gun.
Yes.
So that's the one that's under combat.
Yes. That should be the correct one.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're kind of woozy from the blood loss, and you kind of hold the gun and you shoot. The bullet goes wild. It is a loud sound from the gun, but there's also a sound coming from the impact site, which is nearby at such a set of boxes. We can reduce Olympus's thing to 4. All right. Aki is going to do a hide action, which is, I believe, stealth. There we go. He's trying to find a place to hide. Thing drop. Let's see. The creature that fell from the ceiling. Let's see what it thinks is the priority. No, because it heard something else. There's a really loud sound in front of it from the place that it just impacted. There is a sound coming nearby from something hitting the stacks, and there's another sound nearby from where the bullet ricocheted. So let's see what it thinks the priority is. All right, I made my roll. I'm trying to remember one thing.
That is if you want to kill me or not.
No, it's more of do you guys get attacks of opportunity? Because I don't think that's a thing in Call of Cthulhu. Let me check. Let me double check combat real quick just to see if there's attacks of opportunity or anything like that. Okay, no, that's just poisons. That's just stuff on automatic fire, aiming, firearms. Hmm. I can't see it right now. If there's anything in here that says anything about text of opportunity, but there's stuff like rolling. What do you guys think? Do you think there's a tax of opportunity in Call of Cthulhu, or should be in house rules? All right, so that doesn't look like there's anything. So this thing apparently the loud sound is there was a really loud sound directly in front of it. The last sound it heard is attracting more of its attention because basically you could sort of say that it heard the loud sound, but which was almost deafening. But then the next sound it heard was coming from over here. So that's where it suddenly is loping off to. It's heading off towards the kid, who isn't as stealth as he would like.
Oh, joy.
This time it misses. So it ran off in that. Ralph, what do you wish to do?
I guess run after the monster and try to shoot it again.
Well, you probably don't want to get too close to it because you've got a gun. You don't want to be
Oh, yeah.
point blank is possibly how you. Well, yeah, but yeah, you don't want to get too close to the kid either. But yeah, that's a good position.
I can still. I can. Well, I can just I
Yeah.
can see the name and the health bar, but I don't know if I can actually see the monster or not.
I'm gonna say that you can. It's not like even if you can't exactly see it on the map, I'm gonna rule that you can see it in the dark. Your flashlight's bouncing off of the nearby racks and everything like that, illuminating the thing. Plus, the thing is pure white in color. It's easy enough to see in your flashlight even from this distance.
Okay.
It easily reflects light.
So I guess I'm gonna try shooting it again.
All right.
Oh my god.
I mean, your gun skill is only a 20, so
Yeah.
it's not really good. Olympus. We'll go down to 3. All right, the kid. Let's see. Did I give the kid a weapon of any kind? No, I did not. Let's see. It is going to cry out, and because this thing is swiping at him, he's going to instinctively attempt to kick at it. Nice. What? Holy crap! So this terrified kid, after possibly after hearing like the horrible attack that was done to you, and all of that stuff here. Uh, Actually, I don't know if that's damage. That's not damage. Is that damage? Hold on, that I might be looking at the wrong thing. I don't see how that can be damage. 1 second. I mean, I'm used to D&D. Because I just noticed that damage is actually listed in a different spot, so that might not be it. Okay. I'm looking at an example thing. Hold on. Fighting. Okay, so. Oh, actually, no, that is the amount of damage the kid does. Because he has. There's something in one of his. Oh, no, wait, no, that wouldn't be it. Hold on, that can't be the amount of thing. That's not. The kid's not strong. The kid has other talents. The kid's not strong. Not that strong, though. Sorry, this is taking. Sorry, I just want to test something real quick. Yeah, no, that bonus penalty is not a roll disc, so that's definitely not it. Um, Brawl, according to this, is a 1d3. I think. I'm not sure why this is not showing up automatically on here. Oh. Okay. I see. Because of the kid actually would only be doing like 1 point of damage. I got it. That's why there's nothing listed there. Sadly, he only does the 1 point of damage. I was like looking at a 7 and going, how does he hit for a 7? No, that's just the bonus roll. Call of Cthulhu, right? Okay. So the creature is now being kicked at. It's been kicked in its chest region, and because of that, is going to attempt to grab the kid's leg. So basically, reaches out trying to grab the kid's leg. The kid is, a kid and is doing what kids do, and kicking at the thing, trying to grab him. and is just flailing his leg around. The thing isn't able to take isn't able to grab hold of the flailing leg. Ralph.
Pretty much, I have a slightly better chance of actually hitting the monster if I just use brawl instead of an actual gun. Is there a chance the monster will hit me back if I actually go up to it to hit it?
It's possible.
I really want to risk it. It's like only 5 points more. Uh, yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna shoot with the gun again. Okay, then I'll take it.
That is really good. I'm surprised that the hard success didn't give you extra damage, but maybe it's because it's a gun.
Well, there's like a bonus penalty thing on it that I can click.
No, that's that didn't give any. Oh, hold on. Actually, let me recheck that. That might no, that's right. It automatically gives it if it's valid because that's what it did before when the creature hit you and it hit you for the extreme success. So hard success isn't giving you anything extra, but it does take 3 points of damage and that is good.
Yep.
Lets out a wailing cry as a result of you shooting it. Its blood splattering back towards you. Limpus is still fainted on the ground.
So that would be 3 more turns.
Yeah, 2 more turns.
Uh,
Okay. The kid.
oh yeah, I forgot I'm last in line.
Yeah. The kid is once again going to attempt kicking. And gonna give it another point of damage. You can hear you can hear a bit of wet light crunching, not like a full on rib break sort of thing, but something that another hard kick there might just break something sort of sound. All right, this creature being kicked by one source but just got shot by another. It is going to stay on the source of what's kicking it. And it is going to attempt to bite down on the kid's ankle. Ooh, that's not good. Alright, the kid lets out a blood curdling scream. Oh, his sheet is not right. Okay. And he has now got a major wound. And I need to roll Constitution saving throw for him. Thankfully, he is not unconscious from that. Ralph.
Yes. I'm gonna try shooting it again. Yep, nope. Down to 2 bullets.
Alright, Olympus, this is your last turn unconscious. Alright, the kid is bleeding it is now bleeding profusely. And in terrible pain, can't kick back I think this is the point when he is going to try and flee again. Which I believe he's able to do. Alright. Let's characters dodge or fight back. Attacker wins. Fight. There is a fleeing mechanic in here. Let's see how that works. I think this is the first really big fight in this system. I mean, we've done like 1 or 2 fights before, but this one is, really treacherous comparatively, because you guys have no easy way of running away at this point, and one of you's unconscious, the other two are badly hurt.
I don't think that would be the first Cthulhu story that end with the death of the hero.
Well, I mean, your character,
Yeah.
you already lost a character.
I already lost it. I know.
And I forget if Nora was also away for that episode or whatnot, or if maybe it was.
We should.
Yeah, I could have sworn I
If we both
saw.
die, we should not kill Nora.
Um. No, if you die, Nora's never gonna forgive herself because she's sick.
Right. Just she'll show up next week, and there'll be dead bodies everywhere.
Mm. There is a flea. So yeah, he is going to work on scrambling away. I believe I have to roll a dexterity throw for him because he's not captured by the thing, but he is half under there, so it'll determine how easily he can get out of this. Let's see, dexterity. Yes, he scrambles out from under there and will again attempt to hide from this thing. Okay, so in this case, he managed to scramble under something. Like, he found a rack where there's a space where he can scramble under and hopefully get away from this thing. All right. The creature is now a little bit confused. Its quarry having eluded it. Is he going to search for his quarry or go after the other one? All right. It is turning back towards Ralph and rushing at Ralph.
It was nice knowing you guys.
I don't mean to laugh. Oh no.
Will I wake up just in time to see Ralph get his? Oh no!
Well, more blood is spluttering. You take 3 points of damage, Ralph.
Oh god.
It is
I'm
now
still in it.
Yeah, it is now your turn.
Since the monster plane came upon me, I guess I'm gonna use brawl. So close.
Man.
All right. Olympus, you come to with a start. You're laying on the ground.
Okay. Crawl and then walk, run. Maybe I get this far.
All right,
Going
so
upright.
you that would mean take you outside of the line of sight of any of the others, because to get that far away, you'd be behind some racks. Because remember, you're in the back of a storage room right now.
Oh, okay.
There's
So
actually a
maybe
lot of
something like
racks
that.
everywhere. So yeah.
That maybe that's more reasonable there.
Yeah, that's more
Okay.
reasonable
Anyway,
there.
just get up. Get up. I know. So I'm standing up. I see what's going on. Blood everywhere. This thing uh, attacking Ralph, and
Blood's covering this thing's face, which only has a mouth,
I will.
apparently.
Okay. I'll shoot it in its mouth with my little pistol. Let's see if I can do that right. Oh no!
All right, there's an explosion. There's another ding behind it. Let's see. The kid is hiding. The creature now has multiple targets. Unfortunately, it is seemingly pulled in by Ralph and is attempting to claw Ralph to death. Thankfully, it misses this time. Ralph.
Yes. Hmm. I'm gonna try hitting it again.
That's a miss. Olympus.
Okay. Hi. Oh man.
Another miss.
Another mess.
Kid is hiding. Creature once again has the same dilemma.
Hopefully, you don't go after me.
No, it doesn't. In fact, it turns around and aims right at the rack that was hit by the gun. Ralph.
Hmm. Hmm.
Get out of there.
We can't just leave the kid behind. So, how stable does the shelving look, Monster Spy?
Give me an intelligence check. It looks fairly stable. Basically the gunshots have been hitting boxes, and that's what this creature's hitting as well. So the shelf itself
Um.
is good.
Oh man, I was hoping to try to shoot it down.
Yeah, the
Hmm.
old shoot the chandelier.
Considering how bad your character can shoot, it's even if it was a flimsy shelving thing, it's unlikely you'd be able to shoot it accurately enough to shoot it down. But this looks fairly solid, so
I don't know,
Oh
like if I
man.
hit directly at it. So I guess I can't see anybody else.
nope, that's your only enemy.
No, I was talking about the other party members.
Oh, you could probably make out Olympus, but you don't know where the kid is right now.
So how far can I move? Movement rate is 8. So that's like 8 blocks.
Yeah, you can move 8 blocks, but also remember that you're actually in an area with a bunch of racks. So there's a lot of like little mini corridors here.
I guess it's not lined out on the
Sad,
map itself.
sadly, no. This one's mostly theater of the mind, and the tokens are there mostly so you know what to aim at.
Okay. So I guess. Yeah, I guess I should probably try to hide too. So stealth. Oh, come on.
Dice gods don't like you tonight. Olympus, you're up.
I picture Ralph standing with a bunch of mannequins trying to stand
Well,
still.
in the back area, there's really not mannequins. There's just racks of boxes with merchandise that haven't been put out yet.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move up closer to the thing. I don't. This is against my judgment, but I'm gonna try one more time. Arg.
The kid is still hiding. Let's see,
Okay,
the
so
creature just heard you shoot. So it heard exactly where you were shooting from, turned around, and dives at you. Thankfully, it
yeah,
misses.
I knew that was the last. All right. God,
Ralph.
thank you for being a hero.
And by the way, are you guys keeping track of your bullets?
Yes, I have 2 left.
All right.
Yes, I have three. Three left. Oh,
Again, this is probably probably I'm probably not it's probably not gonna help me. Probably gonna hurt me. But I'm gonna try to sneak past the monster.
You're being
I
very
think
loud, possibly from blood loss. You just knocked into one of the racks, knocked over some stuff, causing a lot of noise to clearly pinpoint your current position. Olympus. Creature's right in front of you.
okay. Kai, run! And I don't have I don't have any other choice. Oh, whoops! I'm in edit mode. Hold on, here we go. Here we go. Oh man, that's the last thing Olympus ever does.
All right. Maybe, maybe not. It is just attempting to claw you. And once again misses.
yay.
Ralph and Olympus live to fight another round.
For all the good it does us, jeez.
Yeah. I'm gonna try shooting it again.
This time that works. And
Yay.
this time the creature's head explodes, showering Olympus in blood. Combat is over.
Oh.
I got a question. Did
Go
Nora have
for it.
all the healing supplies?
She might have.
I know she had like a
So that is something we're going to have to address in the next session, because since she does, I believe, have the healing supplies, it is probably best that we hope that she is here next time. And
oh
like,
yeah.
so the two of you, sorry, Olympus is fine, but you and Aki are both hurt, and it's probably a good idea if you camp out here in the camping store anyway.
Okay.
You guys are
Oh,
extremely
right here
lucky.
then?
I have like one
Yeah.
bullet left.
Yeah, that's I thought our heroism was gonna be our downfall, but maybe it was our saving grace.
I got one bullet
Maybe
left.
that's what it takes. I think I'm two. Let me see, what do I have?
See, I got like the monsters aren't getting to me. I'm gonna shoot myself next time.
Should save one for me. Yeah. Yeah, I got 2 bullets.
Well, at least you can shoot the monsters. When you miss, you're like, oh damn, you shoot yourself.
You know, I think from that success uh, of what you did there, Ralph, in the last moment of blowing its head off and being the victor, uh, add 5 to your handgun ability. So that next time you shoot a handgun, you'll be at a 25.
Okay.
Because I think that's ultimately how you're supposed to level up skills in this game. Because it's not really, you don't really level up per se, but I think, like, if you succeed something like this, like, uh, giving you
You
some,
slowly get better.
yeah, you can get some improvements, yeah.
Yeah.
But I
I
think,
like that.
yeah, but I think that's going to be it for now, and hope that Nora appears and is able to help patch you and the kid up.
Oh yeah.
Because Ralph, you're in really bad shape.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I have any first aid skills. Even if we can find some first aid
Yeah,
kit.
that's what I said. I
I
think
got one.
we're pretty sure Nora has all that stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I got
Oh no, I do. I have 55 in first aid.
I got
that's
30
good.
in first aid and 1 in medicine.
So
Okay, so we might be able to pull it off a little bit.
yeah, if for whatever reason something happens for next session, but yeah. So thank you for
Good one.
Yeah.
yeah, thank you, and thank you for joining for this.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for having us.